Top 5 nuts high in collagen that are essential for your joints and legs. Do your knees feel stiff when you get out of bed? Or do your legs ache after just a short walk around the block? You're not alone, and the good news is there are simple natural ways to give your joints the support they need. In today's video, we're going to look at 5 amazing nuts that are naturally rich in collagen, your body's garant for strong, flexible joints and healthy legs. These aren't just tasty snacks, they can actually help reduce stiffness, improve mobility, and keep you feeling more like yourself. Be sure to stay with us until the end, because number 5 might just surprise you with how impactful it can be. If you're over 60 and looking for simple, natural ways to stay mobile, independent, and comfortable, this video is for you. We've brought together science-backed insights and real-life stories to show how these 5 nuts can support health without needing drastic changes to your routine. If you find this video helpful, comment 1 below. If not, feel free to comment 0. We're always here 0. We always make each video better for you. Let's get started. 1. Almonds. You wouldn't think something as ordinary as almonds could make a real difference in joint. For my Aunt Linda, they did. At 72, she struggled with aching knees and stiff legs that made everyday movement feel like a chore. Getting up from her favorite chair was a slow, uncomfortable process. But then she made one simple change. She began eating a handful of almonds every morning. No pills, no fancy treatments, just almonds. Within a few weeks, the stiffness started to ease and her steps felt lighter. It was such a small change, yet the results were hard to ignore. And that's exactly why her story is worth sharing. So, what made almonds so effective for Aunt Linda? And why might they help you too? Almonds are more than just a crunchy treat, they're packed with nutrients that support healthy joints and muscles. In fact, one almond contains about 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E, and a small handful, around 23 almonds, provide 6% of the daily recommended intake. Alongside that, they deliver about 76 milligrams of magnesium per serving, which is close to 20% of what adults need each day. Why are these nutrients important? Let's start with vitamin E. It's a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation in the joints. Since inflammation is a major contributor to joint pain and stiffness, especially in the knees and hips, there's a vital role in keeping you mobile and comfortable. It also protects cartilage and joint tissues from damage caused by oxidative stress. Next is magnesium. This mineral often goes unnoticed, yet it is essential for bone density, muscle function, and preventing crushing. As we age, our bodies naturally absorb less magnesium, and some medications can reduce it even further. That's why older adults are particularly at risk for magnesium deficiency, leading to brittle bones and aching joints. Aunt Linda's experience highlights just how effective almonds can be. Without taking any supplements, she simply adding 10 almonds to her breakfast each day. After a few weeks, she noticed that her knees weren't as stiff, and her legs didn't cramp at night like they used to. It didn't solve everything, but it helped enough to make her feel more comfortable going on walks and handling her daily chores. Many seniors like Aunt Linda don't get enough of these nutrients because of reduced appetite or changes in this is why almonds are a great solution. They're easy to snack on, don't require cooking, and provide a nutrient-dense boost that fits right into senior-friendly diet. So, how should you enjoy almonds to get the most benefit? Nutritionists recommend eating about 10 to 15 almonds a day. No more than a small handful. The best times are in the morning or mid-afternoon, either on their own or added to oatmeal or yogurt. If you have diabetes, almonds can actually help regulate blood sugar thanks to their low glycemic index, but always keep an eye on your portions and consult your doctor. For those with sensitive digestion, soaking almonds overnight makes them softer and easier to chew. Adding almonds to your daily routine is a simple and natural way to support joint and leg health. They're not a miracle cure, but they offer real benefits that you can feel. And sometimes small habits, the best ones that make the biggest difference. If this information was helpful to you, please comment 1 below. And remember, every small step you take for your health is a step toward a more active, independent life. Cashews. Cashews might just seem like a tasty snack, but for Uncle Robert, they mark the beginning of something surprising. At 68, His love for gardening was fading under the weight of aching knees and stiff ankles. He couldn't cross down discomfort, and even standing back up felt like a chore. Then one day, while reading the side of a cereal box at breakfast, he saw a line that caught his eye. Cashews are rich in minerals that support joint health. That same day, he started adding them to his morning routine. No pills, no prescriptions, just a handful of crescent-shaped nuts, and within a few weeks, something shifted. He was moving easier, groaning less, and one morning, I looked out the window to find him in the garden den, trimming hedges like the old days. What made the difference? That's where our story begins, with these small crescent-shaped nuts packed with surprising power. Cashews might just look like a tasty snack, but they're packed with powerful minerals that directly support joint and leg health. Most notably, cashews are rich in copper and zinc, two minerals that are essential for collagen production, a key component of our joints, ligaments, and bones. Let's start with copper. Copper acts like a helper in your body, creating strong connections between the elastinest and fibers that keep your joints flexible and your tissues strong. According to the National Institutes of Health, copper also plays a role in maintaining blood vessel crucial for keeping your legs strong and well supported. When the body lacks copper, collagen weakens. That means your joints may not repair as well, and everyday walking or climbing stairs can become painful. 1 ounce of cashews, about 18 nuts, contains roughly 0.6 milligrams of copper, which is around 70% of the recommended daily value. Now, let's talk about zinc. Zinc helps your body create new collagen and repair tissues like cartilage and ligaments. It's also known to reduce inflammation and help your immune system function better. Arthritis. Found zinc as a helpful mineral for people managing chronic joint pain or arthritis. A serving of cashews provides about 1.6 milligrams of zinc, or around 15% of the daily recommendation. Back to Uncle Robert. He didn't take fancy supplements. He simply added a small handful of cashews to his morning yogurt. Within a few weeks, he told me he could garden again without wincing every time he bent over. It wasn't a miracle, but it was a real noticeable change that helped him enjoy what he loved again. So, why are older adults often low in copper and zinc? As we age, our bodies naturally absorb fewer nutrients. Medications, reduced appetite, and digestive issues can make it even harder. That's why choosing foods like is such a smart move. They're easy to eat, don't need to be cooked, and they're full of joint-supporting nutrition. How to eat cashews the right way? Eat about 10 to 15 cashews a day. No more than a small handful. The best time is in the morning or afternoon, either on their own or added to oatmeal or unsweetened yogurt. Cashews contain more carbohydrates than some other nuts, so to avoid blood sugar spikes, pair them with fiber, like plain yogurt or oats. If you have weak teeth or dentures, you can soak cashews in warm water for 1 to 2 hours to soften them. Cashews aren't just delicious, they're a gentle, natural way to support your joints, ease inflammation, and help easing active longer. If you're looking for a small step that can bring big comfort, cashews might be worth a try. 3. Walnuts. The power of walnuts, a natural ally for joint and leg health in seniors. When people think of walnuts, they often picture them as brain food, but these humble nuts also offer powerful benefits for joint and leg health, especially for those over 60. As we age, stiffness, sore and limited mobility become more common, often due to inflammation and nutrient deficiencies. But a small, simple addition to your diet, like walnuts, can make a meaningful difference. Consider the story of Carol, a 74-year-old retiree who loved her daily walks through the local park. Over time, pain in her knees and ankles began to slow her down. She tried everything: orthopedic shoes, massage therapy, but nothing brought lasting relief. Then, during a routine checkup, her doctor mentioned walnuts as a natural anti-inflammatory food. Skeptical but willing to try, Carol began adding a handful to her breakfast. In just a few weeks, she noticed less pain, longer walks, and greater ease in movement. What makes walnuts so effective? It comes down to one key nutrient: omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid (ALA). According to the Arthritis Foundation and research from the National Institutes of Health, omega-4 anti-inflammatory effects. They help reduce swelling, Stiffness and discomfort in joints, a significant benefit for older adults, especially those with arthritis or osteoarthritis. Just 1 ounce of walnuts, about 14 halves, provides 2.5 grams of ALA, making them one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3s. This same serving also includes 4 grams of protein, nearly 2 grams of fiber, an important mineral Li, which further supports muscle and bone health. Older adults are more likely to be deficient in omega-3s and related nutrients due to age-related changes, reduced appetite, and certain medications that interfere with nutrient absorption. That's why integrating foods like walnuts into daily meals is a smart, natural approach. Carol now eats about 6 to 7 walnut halves daily, typically mixed into oatmeal, yogurts, or eaten on their own. The key isn't quantity, it's consistency. By making walnuts a regular part of her morning routine, she supports joint health in a way that's both sustainable and satisfying. How to eat walnuts for joint health: eat about 1 ounce, 7 whole walnuts or 14 halves per day. Ideal times are breakfast or midday as a snack, and combine with fruits or yogurt to enhance taste and absorption. Walnuts are low in carbs, and have a minimal effect on blood sugar, making them a smart choice for diabetics. Always best to check with a doctor first. If you have a tree nut allergy, avoid walnuts entirely, and for better digestion, soak walnuts overnight and eat them in the morning. Walnuts are more than just brain food, they offer real natural support for your joints, helping reduce inflammation. Keeping your legs moving comfortably. No fancy prep, no complicated recipes, just a handful a day can help make daily life more enjoyable. But what if we told you there's another nut that packs just as much joint-loving power, and maybe even more? Stay with us because we're exploring the pistachio, a small nut with big benefits you won't want to miss. 4. Pistachios. Pistachios aren't just delicious, they're loaded with nutrients that play a vital role in maintaining joint comfort and strength. Rich in protein and antioxidants, pistachios help your body protect and preserve the collagen you already have. Collagen, as you may know, is what keeps your joints cushioned and flexible. According to research published by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and supported by studies in the Amerijournal of Clinical Nutrition, antioxidants in pistachios like lutein and gamma-tocopherol help fight inflammation and oxidative stress, which are common causes of joint pain in seniors. Let me share a quick story about Paul, a 70-year-old retired teacher I met at a community health fair. Paul had been dealing with chronic knee pain for years, and he avoided long walks, stairs, even gardening. Then one day, he began snacking on a small handful of pistachios every afternoon after reading about their inflammatory effects. A few weeks in, Paul said his knees felt less angry. It wasn't a cure, but it was a noticeable relief. In just 1 ounce, about 49 pistachio kernels, you'll find a remarkable mix of nutrients: 6 grams of fiber, and a rich blend of vitamin B6, copper, and antioxidant. This nutrient mix supports muscle recovery, bone health, and joint flexibility, making pistachios a smart, enjoyable addition to any senior's diet. Why older adults often lack these nutrients: many seniors don't get enough antioxidants or protein due to lower limited diets. And since your body makes less collagen with age, protecting what you have becomes even more important. To fully enjoy the joint health benefits of pistachios, it's best to eat about 1 ounce daily, roughly a smallful or 49 kernels. For many seniors, the most convenient time to snack on pistachios is in the afternoon, perhaps with a turnoon, or add it to a salad or smoothie. This timing helps reduce inflammation and support energy without disrupting meals. When choosing pistachios, opt for unsalted varieties to limit sodium intake, which can affect blood pressure. Chewing thoroughly helps with digestion, especially for those with weaker teeth or digestive issues. However, pistachio teeth are not suitable for everyone. Individuals with tree nut allergies should avoid them altogether. Also, for seniors with kidney concerns, it's important to consult a healthcare provider, as pistachios contain moderate levels of potassium and phosphorus, which may need to be limited in certain kidney conditions. There's one more nut that often flies under the radar, but its benefits are too good to ignore. Coming up next, the Brazil nut. This smooth, rich nut may be the smallest part of your snack mix, but when it comes to supporting joint health and muscle strength, it plays a mighty role. Let's explore how just one Brazil nut a day can make a difference for your legs and joints. 5. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are a nutritional powerhouse, especially when it comes to supporting joints and leg health. These large smooth nuts are rich in selenium, a trace mineral that plays a vital role in reducing inflammation and collagen, the protein that cushions your joints and keeps them strong. Selenium isn't just helpful, it's essential. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, selenium helps protect cells from oxidative stress, a lead to cartilage breakdown and joint pain. It also supports the immune system and contributes to skin, bone, and joint integrity, which tend to decline with age. What's impressive is that just one Brazil nut can contain over 90 micrograms of selenium, which is more than 50% of recommended daily value. Let me share a quick story about Eileen, a 71-year-old yoga enthusiast. After years of gentle stretching, she began experiencing pain in her wrists and knees that made her practice uncomfortable. A friend recommended Brazil nuts, so she started eating one nut a day with her breakfast. Within weeks, Eileen reported less stiffness and more ease in her movements. It wasn't a drastic transformation, but enough to make her daily stretches enjoyable again. Why seniors often lack selenium. Selenium is not always abundant in common diets, especially for those seafood or have limited food variety. Aging can also impair absorption, while some medications may deplete selenium levels in the body. To safely enjoy the joint, supporting benefits of Brazil nuts, it's important to keep your intake moderate. Nutritionists recommend eating just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day, as each nut contains a very high level of selenium. Consuming them with breakfast or lunch can help your body absorb the nutrients more effectively. However, because Brazil nuts are so rich in selenium, eating too many can cause selenium toxicity, a condition that may lead to fatigue, hair loss, or digestive upset. That's why it's essential to stick to the recommended amount. Additionally, individuals with tree nut allergies should avoid Brazil nuts altogether. When enjoyed in the right portion, Brazil nuts can be a simple, natural addition to a healthy diet for your support joint comfort and overall well-being. Incorporating Brazil nuts into your routine is easy. They pair well with fruit, yogurt, or oatmeal. For seniors looking for a natural way to support joint function and protect their mobility, Brazil nuts are a simple, powerful solution. With that, you now know 5 incredible nuts that can support healthier joints, stronger legs, and betterments well into your golden years. Remember, sometimes the smallest daily habits, like enjoying a nut or two, can lead to the biggest rewards. As we've explored throughout this journey, each of these 5 remarkable nuts, almonds, cashews, walnuts, and Brazil nuts, brings something unique and powerful to the table when it comes to supporting joints and leg health. What they share in common, however, is their ability to nourish the body naturally, helping you maintain reduce inflammation, protect existing collagen, and promote comfort through every step you take. For older adults, especially those navigating the physical changes that come with age, these nuts are more than just tasty snacks. They're rich sources of key nutrients like vitamin E, magnesium, copper, zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, and selenium, each with a well-established role in keeping joints flexible, bones resilient, and muscles supported. With age, our bodies produce less collagen, absorb fewer nutrients, and become more prone to inflammation. That's why the consistent inclusion of these small, but mighty foods in your daily routine can make a significant difference over time. Take for example Carol, who found renewed energy in her morning walks thanks to walnuts, or Paul, whose stiff knees felt more manageable after adding pistachios to his afternoon snack. These are not miracle cures, but they are meaningful changes rooted in real life experience, supported by science, and simple enough for anyone to adopt. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle to start feeling better. In fact, one of the most empowering messages from this video is this: small choices can lead to big outcomes. Whether you start by tossing a few almonds into your oatmeal, swapping your afternoon chips for cashews, or enjoying a Brazil nut with your morning coffee, you're investing in your future mobility, comfort, and independence. So, as you finish this video, ask yourself, what's one nut I can start with today? Choose it, enjoy it, and let that be the first step toward greater joint health and vitality. If this video gave you a helpful tip, please comment 1 below. If not, feel free to comment 0. We value your feedback and use it to make our content even more helpful. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss out on our simple natural wellness tips made just for you. Thank you for watching, and remember, your joints carry you through life. Treat them kindly, nourish them and they'll carry you farther than you think. Here's to stronger steps every day.